Secretary Brunson. Here. Vice President Souza.
Here.
President Kaufman.
Present. All right. Happy last meeting of the semester, everyone. Thank you all for your hard work throughout this entire semester. I really appreciate it. I know the student body really appreciates it too. You all have done an amazing job in all of your roles. So just congratulations to all of you for making it this far. I can't wait to see what we do next semester too. Before we get into anything else too, I know they weren't a part of Senate this term, but I did just want to extend a congratulations to Elizabeth Heaney and Patrick Riley. They will be graduating after the semester. Elizabeth Heaney was the academic secretary last term, and Patrick Riley was our vice president last term. So congratulations to both of them. We wish them luck in the future outside of Western New England. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. At this time, I move to accept the minutes from the 11/26/2024 meeting.
Second.
Are there any additions, revisions, or deletions? Okay, seeing none, we'll move into a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Those abstaining? Motion passes. Next, moving into new and existing business, we're going to start with the spring event budget allocation. I'll hand the floor off to Treasurer Peralt.
At this time, I make the recommendation that spring event receive an initial allocation of $175,000.
So moved.
Second.
Hearing a second, I'll allocate 5 minutes to this conversation. The floor is yours.
So this is an increase from last year's budget. Last year's spring event received $153,000. With that being said, this year, given how current spending has gone for clubs and organizations, and also the allocations that we've given out, and the money that we've been able to save between clubs' requested amounts and my recommendations, we do have more money to work with this year, and I think that putting it towards spring event would be a good cause. I know it's an important event, and I think having more money to work with, also given that we've changed the structure this year to feature more events throughout the weekend, I think this increase is definitely warranted.
Right. The floor is open for questions or comments. Yes.
I saw the form that much and I forgot the name, but people are writing it sent out for the music options. Are we gonna have other input into the spring event, or are we learning more information about that?
That is just voting for the genre. So how they do it is they'll collect that data from the entire student body, and they'll take the top 3 options and weigh those options to the options of artists they have and the price. And then that's how they'll decide. So whichever one's the best price with the rest of the things that they have going on too is how they'll make that decision. Do you have a suggestion for other input that you would like to give to that, or?
Like events, like other things that are happening during the event, are we gonna have input to that, or do they have to?
Ultimately, it's up to them to put together and organize that. But if you would like them to send out a form on like what you'd like to see there too, besides just the event, we could talk with them about that. I don't think any of them would be opposed to that. I don't know if Chairperson Brown or Vice Chairs have anything to say about that. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. We already, I'll talk about it more when I give my report, but we already are in the process of planning and in communication with different people and how we want the weekend to look. But I would absolutely love to hear input from anyone you could. I can create a form if people want that, but otherwise you could just email, text myself, Senator Hunter, Senator Lucier. We'd be happy to hear from you.
All right. Any other questions or comments about the spring event allocation? Okay, seeing none, we're going to move into a roll call vote.
Senator Amsden.
Yes.
Senator Baker.
Yes.
Senator Bolio.
Yes.
Senator Bouchard. Excuse me, I skipped Bissonnette. Senator Bissonnette.
Yes.
Senator J. Brown.
Abstain.
Senator K. Brown.
Yes.
Senator Day.
Yes.
Senator Desai. Senator Godek.
Yes.
Senator Gilmartin.
Yes.
Senator Holman. Senator Hunt.
Abstain.
Senator Kilday.
Yes.
Senator Lipscomb. Senator Lemieux.
Yes.
Senator Lucier,
Abstain.
Senator McKiernan,
Yes.
Senator Miller,
Yes.
Senator Piacenza,
Yes.
Senator Raymond,
Yes.
Senator Scorpa,
Yes.
Senator Shimorad,
Yes.
Senator Silver,
Yes.
Senator Stearns,
Yes.
Senator Thapa, Senator Thurston,
Yes.
Senator Weiner, Vice President Souza,
Yes.
President Kaufman.
Yes.
2303.
With 23 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 3 abstentions, the motion passes. All right. Next, we're going to move into our monthly awards, and for this, I'm going to hand the floor off to Chairperson Kluger.
So the e-board decided on the nominations that you guys put forward for the club staff and faculty of the month. So yeah, let's get into it. For November, the club of the month has been awarded to the Society of Women Engineers. They've hosted 2 successful on-campus events this semester, and some have even volunteered for the Habitat for Humanity in Springfield, and they've also raised a significant amount of money fundraising, which is something that clubs are not required to do. So we want to recognize you guys for your accomplishments.
If you guys want to come forward to take the certificate and then have a photo with.
Can I have the 2 in the middle, hold the certificate? 0.5.
Thanks.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right.
Okay, the staff member of the month for November is a regular attendee of Senate meetings. He helps us with the live streaming kits and other, technology issues, and he also advises GBTV, WNEK, and WARP, which are all clubs that have large student involvement and do a ton on campus. So without further ado, the staff member of the month is Alex Russo.
Alex Russo. He's a wizard.
I'll get it.
Yeah, you can do this one. Too many people. I don't believe it.
All right.
This is for you.
Where's your wand?
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay, all right. Oh, we haven't been saying things.
I'll open it at the end
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay, and then this month's faculty member of the month, I have never had him as a professor, but according to his students, he works very hard to make sure that his students take advantage of opportunities around them and are capable of being successful. And he also organized and nominated students to help with the CJ admissions event and does his best to make his classes entertaining and educational for all. So this month's faculty member of the month has been awarded to Professor O'Keefe.
Congratulations.
Perfect. Can I just have you shake hands one more time? Thank you.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
All right. And for the last monthly award, After conferring with the executive board, just due to their excellence in reporting for their constituency and their exemplar work as an advocate and leader for all students here at Western New England, I formally declare Senator Will McKeon the Student Senate Senator of the Month for the month of November. So congratulations.
What you going today?
It's really Mr. and Mrs.
Nigga, laugh. We just not a joke. This is your job.
It's gonna be so good, guys. I swear. All right, I'm get nice and close.
Wow.
I think I just cleaned out my storage. All right, congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right, I'm going to open the floor for remarks for the club, faculty, staff, or Senator of the Month. Does anyone have any remarks? Yes, Senator.
I just want to say I have had the privilege of working with Dr. Okeem since I was a freshman here. He's been my advisor over the 4 years, and I have also had him in multiple classes and had the privilege of studying abroad with him this semester, or this past summer. And I just want to say he is so incredibly deserving of this award, and I'm very happy that you are getting this recognition. And I know myself and all the other students in the CJ department appreciate everything that you do for us and that you have done for us.
Senator Hunt.
All right, Alex. So for those who don't know, Alex and I do work closely together because of Warp and GBTV. This man has helped so much, making a lot of things a lot easier for us. Funny enough, he has been running DND one-shot campaigns for the DND subsection, which has been amazing turnouts. And honestly, man, we could not have done anything without you. And I'm glad Ryan Mahan actually recommended us to you to be Warp's advisor.
Senator Lemieux.
So SWE was the first club I joined when I came to WNE, and it just gave me a place where I could meet some amazing people and get some amazing friendships, and provided me all like amazing opportunities to like fall in love with the major of engineering, and just the people who run it are so organized and they're great, and they're just have helped me grow as a person and within the field of engineering. And I just think that it's a great environment, and they give back to the community a lot, and it's a great club.
Any other?
I would just like to congratulate Senator McKiernan. Your advocacy for your constituency has been admirable, and you have done great for the legislative committee thus far. And I look forward to working with you more. You deserve the award very much.
President Souza.
I had Professor Okeem last year in my criminology class, and I haven't taken very many CJ classes because I was just taking them as electives, but I genuinely can say that he is like the best CJ professor I've had out of the CJ classes I have taken, and that he's genuinely just a very caring person and like very knowledgeable about what he's teaching, and just overall like so prepared and ready to help and willing to explain. It just makes classes so enjoyable.
I'm going to take a chance to piggyback off of that. I have had, I believe, 3 classes with Professor Okeem now, and I can confidently say that he's definitely one of the reasons why I decided to double major with both political science and criminal justice. I thoroughly enjoy every single one of the classes I've had with him, and I've heard so many great things from my peers about all the hard work he puts in with students and in his classroom. He does his best, as the comments said, to keep class entertaining and just keep students engaged at all times. And I appreciate it a lot. And so do the rest of my peers. So thank you for all you do. Are there any last remarks? Okay. Oh, Senator Lewis here.
I just wanted to kind of congratulate Dr. Okeem. He came into my club with no reason as to why and gave a whole presentation on the dark history of criminal justice. And also he carries me in Duolingo streaks.
All right. Seeing no more remarks, we are going to go ahead and move on. Now we're going to move into visitors' comments. Are there any visitors' comments? Okay, seeing none. we are going to continue. Just so you guys know, you guys do not need to stay for the entire meeting if you don't want to. Yes. Next, we are going to move into reports. So we're going to start with the executive reports and the finance committee.
So as you probably are all aware from the last meeting, we had the November club and organization monthly report that was due by the end of day Sunday. And I'm very pleased to say that this month we actually had the highest response rate from that. There were only 3 clubs that did not complete it. I've been in contact with those clubs. One of them completed it yesterday, and I still have to hear from the other 2. So those 2 are frozen until that report is completed, and those are the American Society of Mechanical Engineers and the Black Student Union. Other than that, I don't really have anything else to report on.
All right. Legislative.
Yeah, so just to update everyone, as for like how we're going with the club constitution revisions, we have 6 clubs that have submitted either their constitution or are currently working with us. That is Cheerleading, CARE, the Westerner, Cupola, and Pre-Pharmacy Club. And then as for club constitutions that we are still going to contact, we have 13 clubs. Just to name a couple: WNEK, GBTV, United and Mutually Equal, Golden Bear Band, Commuter Council, and many more. Please refer to the minutes for the remainder of the clubs. If you're an officer of one of these clubs, please feel free to contact me before we contact you. However, we will be contacting you when we come back from break. As for club creation, Airsoft Club is looking to receive recognition. The purpose of the club is to take part in airsoft activities. Although this is not a recognized club as of yet, if you're interested, please contact Evan Cady. And then another club that's seeking recognition is Pickleball Club. The purpose of the club is to play pickleball at both the recreational and eventually competitive level. Again, this is not a recognized club yet, but if you are interested, please contact Tessa Rodriguez. That's all I have.
All right. Next, moving into campus relations.
This report is basically just a summary of what I've been updating you guys on, but I met with Nick Dobona to discuss some ongoing reserve projects, and we transitioned to some new leadership in facilities. You guys remember last week passing the club and organization storage space budget, so Nick's going to help us order that stuff and get it installed, hopefully before the beginning of next semester. I also met with Scott Parsons and Paul Buchanan, who are kind of filling in for the stuff that Dave Brzezinski did here, and we walked through the garden area and talked about, or we connected with Steve Roberts, who's going to be doing the sketches for the project, and then eventually we'll get landscapers to bid on it. And as far as concerns, the gate in front of Gateway was temporarily not allowing non-residents to scan in. That's been addressed by OIT and facilities. And that's about all I have for the minutes. For anything else.
All right. Public relations.
So the main thing I want to talk about is the public safety meet and greet and a Step a Cruiser which is a pairing with Cabs Therapy Dogs, is on Thursday from 12 to 2. It is Oswego Toy Drive. So anybody who can come, my committee is required, but anybody who can come donate. There's going to be hot chocolate, refreshments, and lovely dogs and Bear and the whole public safety staff. I would really love if all of you came to show your support. That would be great. And I also want to take a photo of all of my friends in theme. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
We could all come. Where do you want us?
Would it be okay to do it outside?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
She wants you outside.
Okay, just you. You're in trouble.
Yeah, if you're dressed up, or everyone.
Yes, everyone. If you're not dressed up, I will be.
Some awkward.
Yeah. Okay. I could chill here.
You didn't want to eat your dogs. Actually, there you go.
Oh.
Brendan.
Sorry.
Come on.
You're like, no way. See your face.
Yeah, and then I saw you taking over and then I. Why? You should do it. Yeah, I don't feel so like
More people can come over here. Some of you come over here. And Max in the back.
I like your sweater. There.
That's fine.
You nailed it. All right, back up.
Okay.
Don't tell anybody. Oh, perfect. Oh, yes, we're in. It's okay. I just need one with me. You're so amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, where are my bags? Where are my bags? Oh my, that was a fun report, Cam. Thanks.
No problem.
Refer to the minutes for the rest.
Sam.
I believe at 1:45 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
See, I told you I had to
No,
stand on
no.
the chair.
Yeah. I know this. That's why I was scheduling.
Now that everyone is back, we can go ahead and just get back to the meeting. So Chairperson Greenwood said, refer to the minutes for the rest of her reports. So moving on into the liaison and special committee reports. Secretary Bronson is sadly sick, but I did print out a copy of her report, and she did have one thing that she wanted me to share with you all. So registration for the winter and spring semesters was a success. There were 2 registration help desks made available to the student body in University Commons to address self-service and registration issues. One during advising week and one during priority registration. Only one system glitch was reported, which appeared to be that the registration button in self-service would not refresh during their allotted time slot for a few minutes. Students were reassured that this issue was apparent to all students in those blocks and did not affect their chances of getting into their respective courses. Secretary Bronson attended 2 meetings with Registrar Fecky last month to talk over new strategies for informing students on how the registration process works and how to address common advising and registration problems. Myself, Secretary Bronson, and Vice President Souza received an email this morning, I believe, from Professor Knott saying that the Faculty Senate met and discussed the GUR proposal. They made a couple amendments, and then by the time that they were going to vote, they lost quorum. So they are going to meet again next week and possibly vote on it then. So that is it for the Academic Secretary report. We are going to move into the International Student Affairs Committee. So Senator Desai, the floor is yours.
So the committee has started growing and we're planning to have a quick meeting before we all take off for the break.
Also, I'm planning to meet with the grad managers this week to discuss the winter rates to state that because it's pretty high for applicants. And in my opinion, when I came here as a freshman, I missed out on the orientation week, and so I missed out on the campus tours. I'm planning on collaborating with admissions to arrange a special tour for internationals if they, because of delay in flights and everything, so that they can have an overview. Also, for the next batch of internationals, I'm gonna have a meet and greet event kind of a thing, so that they could start making friends. Because when they come here, they're like all lonely. They don't know a lot of people, so it'd be really helpful for them. And I would like them to learn about all the rules and regulations that as international they're supposed to abide, and that's pretty much it. Also, the comments and the concerns are like, I really think that the SAS should be really considerate of the cultural requirements that internationals have, hence provide them with a more private space to live over here, like have a kitchen or something, because everybody has to like follow their own cultural requirements and everything. And I wish for the school to provide more job offers to internationals, because we are not allowed to work off campus and we don't have work study, so there's a lot of limited options. So I really think that the school should have like more reserved options just for internationals, so that they can support themselves, considering that there's a huge currency difference that we have to cope up to. That's my time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Next spring event.
Yeah,
Floor
so spring event e-board applications are currently open. They will remain open until December 6th at noon. So we are reviewing those kind of on a rolling basis. So as they come in, and I'm scheduling interviews with people who apply. So the application process, just so everyone is aware, I have the application that you fill out, I get a notification, and then at the end of the application, there's a Calendly link to book an interview with me. So then we interview you, which is just a more in-depth questionnaire basically about the role, and just so we can kind of, communicate with people since we don't know everyone. We are in the process of picking an artist, which is very exciting. I don't know when we will be able to announce who it is because of contracting and such, but just know that we are in the process of that. Similarly, Senator Hunt and Senator Lucier are in the process of connecting with the respective people and companies for what we want the weekend to look like. So just know that everything is ongoing, and we are very excited. And spring event this year is going to be, I'm allowed to share the date, April 25th and 26th. So that's a Friday and Saturday. So it's going to be Friday evening and then all day Saturday. So we are really, really excited that this is going to be a 2-day event this year.
Just some things from my end for that. I don't know if we've announced it before to the entire Senate, but the treasurer for spring event from here on out is going to be the treasurer of Senate, because spring event is our committee. So Chairperson Peralt will be the treasurer of spring event, hence why he did the budget for it this year, and why nobody else came in to do it like we did in years prior. Something else too, since we have the dates this early, April 25th and 26th, and since spring event is a Senate event, I am going to ask you all to make time to volunteer for one of the 2 dates all the way out in April. You have multiple months of notice for this. If you do not volunteer and you don't have an actual excused absence for it, it will count against you for attendance. This is a Senate event. This is our biggest event. We need all hands on deck for it. There's a lot of different things that you can help out with, things like security, and just other logistical things that we might need hands for on the day of for both the artist, any other celebratory events we're doing around it too. So please make the time to do it. If you know that there's going to be a conflict already somehow, please reach out ASAP to myself and Senator Brown, and we will be coordinating.
Can I make
that.
another comment?
Yes.
Real quick? What President Faulkner was saying made me think, if you want to be involved, but you don't want to take on an e-board position, that is absolutely okay. Once we get the e-board established, we will be putting out more information about committees. So you will essentially work under one of those e-board members in either operations and logistics, marketing, or security. And you will still be involved in the process and day of, just you won't have the responsibilities of an executive board member.
And something else about that too, if you are on the e-board, there might be an opportunity to meet the headline artist. So if you are looking for an opportunity like that, that might be something that is of interest to you. Are there any questions or comments about any of the executive or liaison reports? Yes.
How secretive are we doing for the artists this year for spring event? Like I know we had a whole reveal party last year. Is it going to be that kind of same thing where?
Director Grimm.
It'll always be that way because we'll never release an artist's name until the contracts
Right.
are fully executed.
Okay.
And so that's why we do a release party, because up until that point, we're usually working on contracts and executing
Senator Lipscomb.
Last year.
Bryce Vine and the ambassadors, ex-ambassadors.
Yes.
Bryce Vine wore my glasses, by the way.
Wait, I didn't hear that.
Ex ambassadors and Bryce Vine.
Yes. Any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we are going to move on. Just a reminder, I have been timing these reports too, but just keep the reports to 3 to 4 minutes. And if you're over time, I will point of order you because we will have to move on. So next, just moving into the class of 2025 report. The floor is yours.
Me again. So class of 2025, this is just a reminder that graduation is May 15th. So they moved it over the summer so that we can keep it at the Mass Mutual Center. So it is going to be Thursday, May 15th. Please share that with literally every single person that you know. Portraits for the yearbook are going to continue in the spring. So they started in the fall, they're going to continue in the spring. There will be communication about that either from like the company that does it or the Capola Club to seniors to schedule your portrait. That's all I have for big updates. Some concerns that are just kind of ongoing that I know Cass Council has been dealing with. The senior class, just generally, even from freshman year, has never really been like motivated to participate in events. So planning senior week, we're a little concerned about getting seniors involved and getting like that motivation and excitement. Kind of on the same line or in the same sense, we are also going to be getting J-reps for senior week. So the way that we structured council this year has been different in the sense that we don't have J-reps all like for all of the senior events like they traditionally do, but we are going to get them for senior week and they are going to be a paid position. So same thing, we're just a little concerned about getting the people we need for that, but that's something that we are going to communicate with the other class councils. And then just another concern is support in communicating the change of date for graduation, because I know there was some confusion about that. So just, again, share that with literally every person that you know, because I know it's on a Thursday. I know it's kind of funky, but that's the only way that we could keep it at the Mass Mutual Center. So just communicating that with everybody that you know. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Class of 2026.
We have a fairly short Senate report. Some general updates. The 2026 class council is starting up a canned food drive for the Bare Necessities Market this week as a part of their community service project. This will be running into finals week. So if you have any non-perishable food that you're trying to essentially get rid of from your room, you can go ahead and bring it to their food drive. It'll be very much supported. And also keep an eye out for some big events coming up next semester for the junior council. They don't have anything coming up yet, but there will be some stuff coming up. And we do not really have any concerns at this point.
Right, class of 2027.
So we also have a pretty short report. November 1st, we hosted our Fall Fest with a small but pretty successful, we think, turnout. And we've been spending some time, the council, brainstorming new ideas for events next semester. So keep an eye out for that. We had a table sitting to get more members for the council to help grow it, which was also successful. And this upcoming Monday, December 9th, we have a Chipotle fundraiser at the East Longmeadow Chipotle from 4 to 8 p.m., where part of the proceeds will go towards our council.
And I did have some concerns brought to me particularly concerning parking in the quad lot. It seems it's been an ongoing issue this year, but specifically coming back from break, there's a lot of freshmen parking in the quad lot rather than behind the HLC. And I'm not talking about freshmen who live in Wyndham because that's allowed, but people with general parking stickers on their cars, parking in the quad lot and preventing anyone who lives in Commonwealth and La Rive, which is mainly sophomore population, from having spots.
I will forward that concern to Chief Ford. All right, next class of 2028.
We also have a short report for general updates. The mold issue in Franklin has been taken care of by Residence Life and HVAC, and students have been relocated to other dorms such as Hampton, Commonwealth, or Wyndham. And as it relates to our concern, there has been a lack of substantial feedback on the first year experience. Some of them have reported that they would like an opportunity to get more involved or share their concerns in a better way. And so our goal for next semester, since the semester is almost over, is to implement communication forms or suggestion boxes in the quad dorms.
Right. Next, resident representatives.
So our report's actually quite long this month. The big things we looked into are washing machines around campus, mainly in the freshman dorms that keep breaking down. According to the RDs of all four freshman resident buildings, they're being repaired as fast as they're breaking, and they believe it's because people keep overfilling the actual machines that they keep breaking down. We also talked with the RD of Southwood Evergreen and learned that Southwood has 4 washers and dryers, and that some people have to wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning just to get their laundry done. So possible solutions are being looked into for that. For heating in the freshman dorms, a lot of freshmen have been complaining about that as an aspect. The RD said it's not something they can really control. They recommend closing your windows, getting fans, and turning your HVAC down, because those are the main things that are causing it to increase the temperature more. Another initiative we're starting is trying to get water bottle fillers in Commonwealth and the freshman dorms, because there's no really reliable place to fill up a water bottle in those dorms. We talked with President Johnson, the RDs, Amanda Mills, Nicole, the assistant director of Res Life, and Nick Del Buono to look into it more. That's the current progress.
All right. No commuter representatives, but does anyone have anything for commuter concerns? Okay. Oh,
I would say one, this also goes along with something I forgot. I think it was, Senator Kilday. Parking. Now that it's getting colder, a lot of people are driving to class rather than walking if they're a resident. And it's making it difficult for people who are genuinely commuters to park in like a lot that makes sense for the classroom that they're going to. Like I have to park over down by the law school. Like if I'm parking where I'm supposed to be parking when I have class in per se like La Rive, which isn't really the greatest because there are commuter spots up by like the campus center and Commonwealth and all that, but they're taken almost entirely by residents every time.
yeah, the West Lot in specific is almost always taken up by people who live in Commonwealth. I will forward both of those concerns to Chief Ford and see if he has any information or anything that he can do for us. Next, College of Arts and Science.
So we have a little long report too. As for general updates, we brought up several issues during the meeting with the Dean of College of Arts and Sciences, focusing on challenges students are facing with recent changes in class formats and scheduling. First of all, learning efficiency. Students shared that their focus and engagement dropped significantly when classes are moved online without notice. Many feel disconnected from their instructors and classmates, which makes it harder to stay motivated and understand the material. Second, we have finding a quiet place on campus to attend online classes, which is a major issue for some students. This is especially tough for those with tight schedules who sometimes have to leave work early or even commute home just to join the class. It's disturbing and their routines and adding unnecessary stress for them. Third, we have another concern that is that some instructors have started requiring online discussion sessions in the evening, which weren't mentioned in their syllabus. That has created conflicts for students, particularly athletes who have practices or others who have like pre-planned commitments. Many students chose these classes based on the original schedules and now feel stuck because they can't adjust. As for final weeks, students are feeling overwhelmed with big projects like essays being assigned in the week leading up to finals. For those with multiple exams on the same day, this leaves very little time to prepare and add extra pressure during an already stressing time, which is finals. And then we need support that we need for class formats and accessibilities that can we provide dedicated quiet spaces on campus for students to attend online classes. And also instructors need to stick to the formats outlined in their syllabus unless students are given proper notice and options to adopt. For evening discussion sessions, it would be helpful if instructors could make these sessions optional or offer alternative times for students with conflicts. And then for final week coordination, professors could move large project deadlines to earlier in the semester or spread them out better to give students breathing room before exams. For Senate feedback, we need how can we ensure instructors are more transparent about schedule changes and flexible with students who have commitments? And are there other ways to support students dealing with these challenges?
I'm gonna forward the discussions in the evening concern to Secretary Bronson to possibly talk with the provost about. Because if that's not outlined in the syllabus and it was not on self-service, I think that is a bigger issue than just communication. But just moving on, College of Business.
So we do not have any big general updates this month. I had reached out to Dean Walker the week before Thanksgiving, and she hadn't gotten back to me with any updates yet. But I did want to share that the Management Association is planning an event in collaboration with the Career Center to practice job rejection. So that would be something that would be more open to the wider campus community, just the College of Business.
Yeah, and then the only other thing we really have to report is a possible concern that was brought to our attention about the accounting and finance double major. Basically, as it's structured now, accounting and finance students are able to take AC 101 their spring semester of their freshman year. And there's talk that it could be changed to make a second year course. So there have been mixed feelings on that. So we plan to send out surveys to first year students who were interested in the accounting and finance double major to see how they feel about the change. The survey's been created, but it just hasn't been sent out yet. So depending on the results of the survey, we plan to work with Academic Secretary Bronson and Dean Walker to make sure all students feel successful in the program.
Great. Thank you. Next, College of Engineering.
So the College of Engineering has determined that the location of the Center for Advanced Manufacturing, which is that large project they were funding, will most likely be in the building behind the mailroom, which is currently being used for utilities. This is just the best option they have right now, and they're looking to potentially bring in companies to help teach robotics and manufacturing.
They're also looking to hire a carpenter for the possible placement of a wood shop for construction management students. This would be located next to wherever the Center for Advanced Manufacturing gets placed.
And a new location for testing the jet engine is currently being determined. The College of Engineering is aiming to have it relocated during the spring semester, and this is because it's very loud and the circulation in Sleeth is not great, and it can stink up the building. And it will also be potentially placed in the Center for Advanced Manufacturing.
few weeks ago, the College of Engineering Advisory Board recently presented at the freshman seminar.
And then for comments and support needed, the College of Engineering is looking to update current required courses such as calc by removing topics that are not revisited in future engineering courses, and possibly changing the minimum grade required to get the credits for some of the classes with the C or above requirement.
They're also looking for ways to incorporate Python into courses. And additionally, a new aerospace concentration faculty member has recently accepted a position in the College of Engineering.
Thank you. Next, College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences.
So I connected with other College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences representatives in a meeting with Dean Burton and Dean Pizzuto. Apparently this is something they do every year, but because of all of the new programs and representatives that were added to the program or to the college, they're planning to do this once a month in the spring semester. And it was mostly representing grad programs, so I'd like to include more concerns about grad programs in my reports, just because undergraduate pharmacy students spend their entire undergrad preparing for that. So I'd like to discuss how I could integrate that. As we discussed, Faculty Senate will be meeting again to talk about the GURs, and hopefully that will make it easier for undergrad students to enter those graduate programs, because they'll get all their GURs done and have a lot more freedom. Yeah, and not much this month, but the Neuroscience Club crew neck fundraisers are ending on January 31st. So if you're interested, you can see the Neuro Club Instagram bio. I believe the link is there, and you could also just contact me, and I'll give you the form.
Thank you. Next, Senator at Large.
So one thing we want to mention is that new event that's going to be happening. Our freshman class council is putting on a holiday event. It's going to be on the second floor of the campus center. It's going to be on December 6th, so this Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. There's going to be flyers around campus, kind of like giving more details about that. So we hope that we can see a bunch of people there to help support our freshman class. Another thing, this is more like comments and concern that we've been seeing in freshman class council and hall council and a bunch of other councils around campus is again adding more trash cans around campus, just like more populated areas that we think that there's kind of like a lot of like litter. So we're going to discuss like further places to put that, maybe like around the quad, outside the window, and like behind the HLC, like some freshman parking lot and stuff like that. And then another thing that we've seen around campus that can also be confusing for especially first year students is like different flyers that are kind of like outdated and up around campus. We want to keep everyone informed about like accurate and like upcoming events. So again, like having maybe reaching out to more clubs like to take down the flyers after their events are finished, and like taking that responsibility on ourselves to like keep everything updated.
Motion inclusive and already covered, but one for inclusive is about that I have heard from some of the freshmen that they have to choose unintegrated and become and it's like compulsory. So like, but then I have heard from so many people that they are not like happy with the foods they have already. I don't know about the before thing, so I went to the seniors, some of my junior or senior people who had taken leave plans and how people, and I have asked them, and they were saying that every people were saying like most of the people were saying that like the food was better before, and then now it's like not like before. So yeah, and then I hope like mainly upcoming students like who will have Olympic will have more options. Like, so yeah, that's one of my main concerns, and also like about.
Okay, your time has expired, so we're going to move on to athletics.
As there are no longer students along the walls of the functional training room, it is advised with the buddy in the functional training rooms. We are going to plan a meeting next semester for the general student body to voice what they would like to see in the general weight rooms. And some concerns are that students that are not on varsity teams can use the varsity weight room during 10 hours, and the general weight room where all the machines are has been left very messy around where the free weights
All right. Are there any comments about any of this?
I heard a lot of you mention events, donations, everything, all of that. I know all of you are in clubs or organizations, everything. Tag me. I will post about it. I will get it out there. All you have to do is tag me, and then the more publicity we can get on it, the more people will show up to your events, and it's a win-win for everybody. So yeah.
Any other comments, Senator Baker?
I know it wasn't mentioned in the athletic reports, but some freshmen and sophomore athletes are confused about like winter housing because some athletes have to stay for practice and stuff like that. So I was wondering if we could get like an update out, telling them like, and working with ResLife to say, hey, just fill out the late departure form or how this works and stuff like that. Because a lot of them come up to me and they're like, hey, what do I do? So that is something that's going on right now.
Okay, Chairperson Cloutier.
Just some fun little information for all of you. I was sitting in Professor Versalati's political theory class today, and he talked about the letter that we wrote to the faculty senate, and he said that before he read it, he wasn't too sure, and that letter was what convinced him that maybe it's a good idea to consider for the GRs. So if you feel like you're not making an impact, look at that.
Senator Day.
Sorry, I just wanted to share on behalf of CAB, this week is our stress week. So yesterday, Set Club, in collaboration with us, did Stuff a Critter. Today, there were holiday crafts in D Hall. Tomorrow, in the Campus Center Mall from 7 to 10, Golden Voices is going to be doing a movie sing-along. Thursday, as Kat had mentioned prior, is Stuff a Critter and Therapy Dogs. And then also is from 8 to 10 is going to be our Winter Wellness Escape stress relief event. And then Friday, Airmark is doing late night breakfast from 9 to 10.
Okay. Senator Kilday.
If anyone wants cookies, please grab one. I have more. If you haven't had one or want another one, please take cookies.
Bring a donation.
Any other comments, Chairperson Pearl?
Just following up with something that was reported at for Senator at Large. I live in Gateway, and with the issue of trash, I've noticed that compared to when I lived on other residence halls on campus, I would always see facilities like out early in the morning picking up trash. And I've noticed in Gateway, especially around where I live, the same trash has been there since the start of the semester, and it doesn't seem to be picked up. So I would hope that facilities would not mind taking a look at more of like the back parts of Gateway for that.
Okay. Senator Lemieux.
The freshman engineering bot bash is on Friday, so feel free to come and see the freshmen and how they're doing. And yeah.
Any Senator Gilmartin.
This is under my CEPA's for college engineering stuff. On Wednesday, the seniors are showing for mechanical engineers their mini senior projects. So that's on Wednesday from 2:30 to 4.
All right. Any last second comments? Okay. I move to adjourn. We'll do a voice vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those abstaining? Passes.
Guys, everybody take cookies.
Last meeting of the semester, we finally ended early.
It's just only made to 2 full seats.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on.
That's about